gamit po ang sheet piles to retain a specific body of water. Ibalik kung sa mabantayan ninyo no kung mag-build og kanang foundation sa bridge sa river kay mabantayan nyo magtukod na sila og kanang sheet piles or retaining structures nga para dili masudlan og water ang a specific area para dito po din sila makabuild og foundations. So these walls are thinner in section as compared to masonry walls. So mao yung different usage sa ato ang sheet piles. So first is kaning nasa first is the waterfront structures in building wharfs and piers. And then second one is the building diversion dams, riverbank protection, and then retaining the side cuts of made in earth. Cuts made in earth. So, mo yung different nga usage sa ato ang sheet pile nga walls. So kani siya kaniyo. Our sheet piles na siya. So kani siya is there are several types of sheet piles. So lahi po ning kani, lahi po ning dire. Okay? So what are the several types of sheet piles na commonly used in construction? So mo ni siya. First is the wooden nga sheet piles. Ang next is the precast concrete nga sheet piles, and then ang commonly din nga ginagamit sa ito karon during the construction is the steel sheet piles. And then the last one is the aluminum sheet piles are also marketed. So mao ni ang different types of sheet piles na ginagamit nato sa construction na atay wooden, na precast concrete, na po din tay steel, and then lastly is the aluminum. For the timber sheet piles or the wooden sheet piles, now it is used commonly for temporary and light structures that are above the water table. So, kuan siya ginagamit siya kanang wala jud kanang water table. So it is always also used for short spans and to resist light lateral loads. So ginagmay lang nga lateral loads ang iyang resistance. If gamiton to siya sa permanent structures no above the water level, it requires a preservative treatment, and even then ang lifespan niya is short. So ang wood mong no absorbent mong gud siya sa water or moisture. So munang dili jud siya preferred if there is a presence of water. And then these are the different sheet piles connection views. So we have the planks, the tongue and groove, the Wakefield piles, and then the spline piles. Kaning tongue and groove, if mabantayan ninyo during commonly used sa ato ang mga plastic panel, and ang mga walls gani na to, mumani siya ang ginagamit nga connection, the tongue and groove nga panel, ilang connections. So, mo ni siyang about 40 sheet piles. Timber sheet piles. Next is the reinforced sheet piles or the reinforced concrete na sheet piles. So these are members no. Usually ang ginagamit nga connections is the tongue and groove nga joints or the tongue and groove nga connections. And of course, since concrete man siya, so baga-baga jud ni siya no. It takes about 150 to 250 mm. So therefore, it is relatively heavy and bulky. And since dako man siya og dimension, no, it displays a large volume of solid during driving. So kung mag-drive na ani siya, therefore, natay ka pulley or ka displace nga large volume of solids. So the design of piles has to take into account the large driving stresses, and suitable reinforcement has to be provided for this purpose. So ang sheet piles dito class panel per panel siya for dili siya kanang isa ka tibok no length kuan siya naka portion no panels siya naka panels dayon nalang din siya connections. And then next is the steel sheet pile. So kaning again is the most common types of piles. So sa US, no, it is about 10 to 13 mm thick. So nipis na kayo ni siya. The interlocking of the sheet pile sections are shaped like the first is the thumb and finger, and then the next one is the ball and socket joint for the watertight connections. So mo ni ang steel sheet piles. Kani is top view ni klasa. Then mo ni niyang connections. Wala kani isa ni ka sheet pile then lahi po ni nga sheet pile. So i-connect din silang duha. So what are the importance of steel sheet piles? So, ang steel sheet piles, no, kay resistant siya sa high driving stresses developed in a hard or rocky material. Also, since steel man siya, no, it is lighter in sections. And pwede din siya magamit several times. So, kibali, if gigamit na to siya in a certain project, pwede na to siya ma-utilize again sa next project na to kung gamitan na to og sheet piles. Also, pwede siya magamit sa either below or above a water or water level. Suitable joints which do not deform during driving can be provided to have a continuous wall. And then lastly, ang pile length can be increased either by welding or bolting. So, mo ni ang common nga pag ginabuhat no sa steel sheet pipes. For the construction method para sa itong steel sheet piles or for earth retaining structure specifically sa sheet piles, no? Ang first is mag-dredge ta una og in situ soil in front and back of the proposed structure. So, magkuha ta diya og soil. Then after that, ato din i-drive ang atong sheet pile. So, kani siyang vertical dire. This is a side view, no? Section view sa ato ang steel nga sheet piles. After driving is steel sheet piles, mag fill up din ta, mag backfill din ta up to the level sa ito ang anchor if there is an anchor and place the anchor system. So once ma-place na itong anchor system, i-fill na po din nato siya taman sa top of the wall. So muna ang construction method sa ato ang sheet piles. So dili ni kanang isa ka buok dayon mag-backfill din ka dapat ang hole ni mo nga length, no? Butang nimo i-drive nimo tanan then ay din ka mag-backfill. So at which the sheet pile starts penetrating in the soil from both sides is known by the name nga dredge line. So if this is our sheet pile and then ang line daw where ga-penetrate ang ato ang sheet pile sa both sides, ibali if mo ni atong retain diri nga soil, so diri is an open area, mo ni atong ground ni siya nga level. So at this level, mo nang gitawag nga dredge line. Open open area niya. And then if natay soil diri, soil retain diri. And then from the dredge, so mao ni siya. So dredge line ang kanang the line which our pile starts penetrating from both sides, the left and the right, mo nang gitawag nga dredge line. And then the depth from the dredge line up to the bottom of our sheet pile is what we call the depth of penetration or D. So, klaro ba class? Sabtan na so far? Any questions? Tara, sige, sige, sige. So next is there are two types of sheet piles. So first is the cantilever, and then second one is the anchored. So ang difference lang nila is sa anchored, naalang siya ay anchor, no? Mura jud siya. And then for the cantilever is ang sheet pile lang mismo. So gi-utilize lang niya ang depth of penetration, no? Ibali from if this is our dredge line, so that is our depth of penetration. So kana siya nga kuan nga depth, no, is muna ang gapugong or ang strength ani sa atong sheet pile para to prevent from moving or overturning and have a failure sa ato ang retained structure. Kani naman sa anchored, no, nagbutang siya anchored diri at a certain height para to pugong, no, nga to ang sheet pile from moving or from overturning. So these are the two types of sheet piles, the cantilever and then the anchored. So okay ra. So next is mag-solve the problems, no, using the cantilever and the anchored sheet piles. Kita ninyo class?
Sir.
Sige, sige. Okay, so first is the cantilever sheet piles. So focus sa diri sa ato ang drawing nga naa sa right. So this one here. So kanupat kabalot ta kung saon pag-draw sa pressure diagram. Kung gisuma. So kaning shaded part akong gi-shade karon is the section, no, sa ato ang sheet pile. So the side view, section view sa atong sheet pile. And then if kaning line is what we call kaganiya nga dredge line. Dredge. Oh, ano man? Really, ang line is ground, no? Exposed nga ground. Or kung aha ang ato ang sheet pile nag-start og penetrate sa ground from both sides. No, kung kibali if mo ni ang ground level, if kana mag-drive the direct sheet pile at this point taman sa ubos kay wala pa man ni kibali kani is the retained man. So kani nga line is what we call the dredge line. Ang atong embedment is kalawomon naman to. Okay? Ah, sige. Kibalik the ground level na siya ang kuan dredge line. Ano sa pang delete. So mo ni ang sa right side diri ang kibali the retained nga soil, and then sa left side is the katong naay dredge line or the open area. Pwede na siya baliktad, pwede ang kaning nasa right, pwede ang tong retained nga soil nasa left, and then ang open nga ground is nasa right. So pwede siya pagbaylo. Tapos if nagbaylo, magbalik pa ang ato ang drawing or the pressure diagram. So kaning kuan dire, assuming that the soil properties from the left sorry, left and right are the same lang, or from top to bottom is the same lang yung soil properties. So we can conclude that the pressure from the exposed portion, no, for kibali direta sa right side mag-focus, the right side of our sheet pile, if this is point B, naman ang point A there eh. So from point B to point A, no, uh, ang iyang pressure ana is linearly increasing. So mo nang kung go deep ta, gahinay-hinay po og saka ang pressure. So mo ni ang behavior niya or the pressure diagram sa ato ang soil diri sa right side. Tapos diri sa left side, the same lang gyapon. Pero let's say this is the point C. So from point B to point C, walay pressure, no? The same lang na sila. At point C to point A, diya na lateral pressure, no? So from exposed portion that at this point, taman sa point A, gay hinay-hinay po jag increase. So since ang iyang soil properties kay the same lang or walay nang change, so ang increase niya is triangular. Ibali, ang iyang pressure ana is naa diri sa left paingon sa right. Muna ang ginahatag nga pressure sa ato ang right side nga soil. Ang kaning sa sa left side nga soil. Ang kaning sa right side nga soil, ang iyang pressure ginahatag is towards sa ato ang sheet pile. So from right to left. So muna ang direction kay waligana siya. Kusang pikas, paingon siya diya. Na pressure or na forces nga kaya nga na diya. So if naa na tayo pressure, ito na i-denote as stress 1 dire and then stress 2 dira. And then we can compute also sa atong forces. For the behavior nga naad sa right side, gina-push niya away ang sheet pile, no, sa soil retain, so that is a active pressure. And then ang force nga naa sa left side, gi-push niya towards ang kaning nga portion sa sheet pile, gina-push niya towards sa retained nga soil. So, ang kaning right side nga soil. So ang behavior niya is passive force. Itong topic na to last time, we have the at rest, the active, and then the passive. So muna ang PP, that is a passive force, and PA is the active force. And then the location of these forces from the bottom, so mo ni siya ang location niya, no, that is 1/3 of the triangle. So H plus D is the total height of the right side nga pressure diagram. So H plus the depth of penetration D. That is from point B to point A. So mo nang H plus D. Then 1/3 ana mo na ang location sa ato ang active force from the bottom. The same lang yapon sa left side, since triangle man ni siya, no. 1/3 yapon ang location niya from the bottom. If manukad ta diri sa taas, dira ana, that would be 2/3. 2/3 of H plus D. So, kabalo na naman ni. Common naman na siya. Then, the same lang yapon diri. If diri ta manukad sa taas from the dredge line or from the point C taman sa force nga passive, so that is 2/3 of the D. Okay, klaro ba, class? Klaro pa so far? Uy, napama mo?
Klaro na, sir.
Sige, sige. So, kabalo naman tanig ko, ano, the force nga PA or the active force, that is just the area of the triangle. So, ibali, if we solve for the stress 1, kung ato nang isolve ang stress 1, so times the height nga H plus D times 1/2. So, muna tong area sa atong triangle. Where ang stress 1 is equal to, ako isulat diri that is just the unit weight of the soil times H plus D times the coefficient, kung butang sa active. So, kung ato ning substitute ning nga formula, kaning stress 1 dire sa atong gihimo karon, pwede i-simplify din nato siya into this formula. Nagets ra ninyo? Kibaligi shortcut na niya diretso. Nagets ra? The same ra na siya last topic katong the lateral earth pressure. The same lang gyapon sa the passive force, this one. So, ang PP there is the stress 2. That is, stress 2 is just the unit weight of the soil nga naa sa left side times the depth of penetration times the coefficient of passive pressure. So, this one, stress 2 times, that is just stress 2 times the height D times 1/2. So, simplifying this, no, substituting this one, and then simplifying, we will get this formula. Sabdan. Sayon Ramana, di ba? Nanam na last meeting. Sabdan class?
Yes, sir.
Sige, wait lang. And then, kabalo na tani no, the coefficient of active pressure sa rangkay, that is Ka is equal to 1 minus the sine theta over the 1 plus sine theta. And then ang Kp, that is the coefficient of passive pressure, it is equal to 1 plus sine theta and then over 1 minus sine theta. So if we moment about point A, this one, kung mag-moment ta diya, summation of moment about point A, so we can get this formula or the equilibrium. Okay? Where again, the theta is the angle of internal friction, PA is the active force, PP is the passive force, and then Ka is the active pressure coefficient, Kp is the passive pressure coefficient. So, inganiwan lang nato ang ato ang cantilever na sheet pile problems. Ang critical lang ani is to interpret the word problem into a figure. So, mag-draw ninyo. After mag-draw mo sa figure, mag-draw din ta sunod sa ato ang pressure diagram. Okay? So, any questions so far? Wala. Sige, let's have a sample problem. So we have here a sheet pile acting as a cantilever retaining wall retains a soil that is 2 meters. 2 meters high with an angle of friction of 30 degrees and a unit weight of 18 kilonewton per cubic meter. So ang first gipangita is determine the required depth of penetration, that is D, with an allowance of 20% for shear development, and then assume that the pivot is at the foot of the pile. Second one is to determine the total active force on the sheet pile, and then the third one is the total passive force on the sheet pile. So, i-draw ni mo na una ang ato ang given problem. So, first is na daw type cantilever nga retaining wall, this one. And then, ga-retain daw siya of 2 meters. So, from the top of the retained wall, let's say this is point B, up to the dredge line or point C, that is 2 meters. And then, ang naghatag po dyan, angle of internal friction, that is the theta, 30 degrees. And then, ang atong unit weight sa soil, naghatag po niya, yung gihatag 18 kilonewton per cubic meter. So, after mag-draw ni mo ni siya, mag-draw rin ka sa pressure diagram. So, ang soil properties, no, diri sa right side is the same lang from point B to point A. So, we can assume na ang pressure diagram na is triangular. Also, sa left side, the same lang ang soil properties. So, triangular yapon siya. Pero nag-start siya sa point C. Kay open man siya diri. Wala may soil diri sa ato ang left side nga point B to C. So, ang unang ipangutana is the depth of penetration. So, kani ang wala nakabalo. So, sunod yung button is to solve for the different coefficients. So, first one is the coefficient of active pressure. So, that is just equal to 1 minus sine theta over the 1 plus sine theta. So, substituting the given angle of internal friction, we can get Ka as equal to 1/3. And then, Kp dahil ang sunod na ito pangitaon, that is the coefficient of passive pressure. So, substituting lang yapon, no, the given internal friction to the formula of the Kp, we can get that Kp is equal to 3. Okay? So, after that one, we will solve for the depth of penetration through summation of moment about this point. Kay makuha naman nato ang if na natin Ka and Kp, we can get the different stresses, that is stress 1, that is just equal to in terms of D, no, 2 plus D times Ka. Ang stress 1 is kanya lang. That is our stress 1. For stress 2, this one here, in terms of D gapon, that is stress 2, maklaro ninyo diha, that is the unit weight of the soil in terms of D times the depth of the unknown depth of penetration times the coefficient Kp. So natay values sa unit weight of the soil, naputay values sa Kp and Ka. So kung mag-moment ta about this point A, maka-formulate ta og formula. And then, mabilin na is the unknown nga D or the depth of penetration. So, tanawan to sa bonds. So, naa diri na. So, if we mag-moment ka about point A, that is equal to 0. So, that is just the active pressure, may active force times the moment arm 2 plus D over 3. So, ang location niya from point A, ang location sa ato ang active force, that is the moment arm. That is equal to the passive force, Pp, and then times the moment arm. So, kani, kabalo na ta sa formula. So, this mo na siya ang formula niya. That is the 1/2 times the Ka times the unit weight of the soil times 2 plus D. Ang 2 diri is the height. This one, 2 is the height. 2 plus D squared. Morning formula sa PA ha. And then the moment arm nga 2 plus D over 3. Tapos equal to, this one here is the formula for the passive pressure or PP. So that is Kp times the unit weight of the soil times the unknown D or the depth of penetration squared over 2. So substituting everything, kay naman tayo given nga unit weight of the soil, natay na solve nga Ka, napotay na solve nga Kp. So, masubstitute nato na tanan, ang mabilin ana nga unknown, is the letter D, or the depth of penetration. So simplifying everything, we can get that equal to 1.85 meters. So this is our depth of penetration. Pero, giingon dito sa problem, o isa kagamaya, nga the required depth of penetration with 20% allowance. So, dugangan pa daw siya og 20% for the shear development, no? So, mo na, ang atong nasolve nga D, that is equal to 1.85 meters, i-multiply lang nato og 1.2 para with 20% allowance na siya. So, our new D is the 2.22 meters. So, this is our answer for number 1. Klaro ba, class? Klaro pa? Sige, sige. Oh, depende sa problem. If dili ingon sa problem nga magbutang ka og allowance, kay dili po di mo siya butang. For this specific problem, no, i-mention man niya nga after daw ma-solve na to ang required depth, no, magbutang pa yung 20% allowance. Pwede raman wingon siya determine the required depth raman. Nag-gets ninyo? Okay ra? If dili mention, tama na ka dire. Pero mingon siya nga kwan daw with 30% or 40% or any percent nga allowance, kaya di mo na siya i-solve or ipadako na to. Kibali yung safety. Something class? Something to class? Sige, sige. So next gipangita is the total active force. So na-solve na nato ni actually no ganiya diri PA, pero unknown lang ang D. Ang atong gamiton nga D is the with 20% allowance. So that is 2.22. So using the formula for the PA, morning kani siya no? The 1/2 kani 1/2 times the coefficient Ka times the unit weight of the soil times the H plus D squared. Muna itong formula for the PA. So, iyan na lang gi-solve daan. That is 2 plus kaning 4.22, that is H plus D naman. Where ang H is 2 meters and then ang D is the 2.22. So, mo nang 4.22 na diretso yung gibutang dire. So, solving for this, makuha na to nga ang active force is 53.43 kilonewton. And then lastly, the same lang gyapon using the formula for the this should be the PP. So yun nga, PP or the passive force. So 1/2 times the KP, kani is the coefficient KP times D, and then this one here is the unit weight of the soil. So, na naman tayo values tanan, substituting everything, we can get that the total passive force is just equal to 133.07. Okay na? Sabdan ra? Sayo na ba? Wait lang. Wait lang class ah. Okay, next problem. Oh, sige, this one. So we have here another problem, no? A cantilever sheet pile is 8.2 meters long with a depth of embedment of 3.2. So ang whole length sa atong sheet pile is 8.2 meters, and then ang depth of embedment is 3.2, or the depth of penetration. So the angle of friction of the soil supported by the sheet is 34 degrees, and then has a unit weight of 1.91 grams per cubic centimeter. So there is a water table below the base of the sheet pile, and then the unit weight of the water is 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter. So ito na i-draw. Ang total length daw sa itong sheet pile, that is 8.2, and then ang depth of embedment is 3.2. So if kaning from point, so if A to point B, 8.2 daw, minusan dahil na to og depth of embedment, this one, D. Wait lang. D, 3.2. So therefore, ang atong H is equal to 5 meters. Tapos, naatay angle of internal friction, that is 34 degrees. Then the unit weight of the soil is 1.91. And then ang gipangita is compute the active force on the sheet pile. Active force. The second one is the passive force acting on the sheet pile, and then compute the theoretical passive force that must be mobilized to ensure stability. So first button, you draw the problem, no kani, and then draw the um, pressure diagram. So ang water table daw is below the sheet pile. So wala siya effect no sa ato ang sheet pile kay the location of the water table is below naman. So next dayon is to convert the unit weight 1.91 into a kilonewton per cubic meter. So converting this one, so we can get that unit weight of this soil is 18.74 kilonewtons per cubic meter. So after drawing the given problem and then drawing the pressure diagrams, we solve for the different coefficients. So first is for the active force, ang need lang nato ana is the Ka, or the active force by active pressure coefficient, that is equal to the 1 minus sine theta over the 1 plus sine theta. And then, ang given theta is 34 degrees. Substituting that to our formula, we can get that the Ka is equal to 0.283. Walay unit. Okay? And then, kabalo na ta sa formula for the active force, that is the 1/2 of unit weight of the soil times the Steve coefficient pressure times the height squared. So, ang height ani, nga iyang giingon, that is the total height. That is dapat capital H. Ato lang yung kwanti, naka-formula mo din. So, if kanina natin change. So, if this is the capital H5, so ang H na is the total height of the sheet pile. That is, given na siya, H is 8.2 meters. Kani siya. Kibali, ang total height sa atong sheet pile from point B or from the top taman sa bottom sa atong sheet pile, ang total height niya na, mo na siya ang direct. 8.2 meters. So, substituting everything, makuha na to na ang the total active force for this problem is 178.3 kilonewton per meter. So, this force here, PA. Ang next ipangita is the passive force. So, next ning buhaton, kibalik ni siya is ang gipangita, that is the passive force. Sorry. So, first get the coefficient of passive pressure. That is 1 plus the sine theta over the 1 minus sine theta. So, we can get Kp is equal to 3.53. And then using the passive force na formula, this one here, that is 1/2 times the unit weight of the soil times the coefficient of passive pressure times height, that should be letter D, or the depth of penetration, which is equal to 3.2. Muna siya, 3.2. And then this one here is the Kp. D na siya, Kp, and then the unit weight of the soil. Solving for this one, we can get that the total passive force is 338.70 kilonewton per meter. Okay? So, nakuha na nato ang active force, and then nakuha din po nato ang passive force. So, next is, ang gipangita is the theoretical passive force to ensure stability. So, kibali, ano na nga to ang passive force, tapos dapat daw walay movement or stable ang ato ang structure. No, to have a stable structure, dapat ang force na acting on the right side due to ang force acting on the right side should be equal to the force acting on the left side. Okay? So, summation of moment about this point A. So, we have the active force times the moment arm is equal to the unknown passive force times the moment arm. So, atong gamiton ang atong na-solve ganiya nga active force, and then ang gipangita lang ana is the unknown nga passive force. So, i-substitute lang tanan, kabalo man ta og kuha aning moment arm, that is just the 1/3 or the location of the force from point A or from the bottom, no, of the triangle. That is just, for this case, that is kaniya is the active force man. So therefore, this one here is just 1/3 of the total height. And then this one here, the location of the passive force is just 1/3 of the total height of the depth of embedment. So 8.2 is the total height of the sheet pile. So 1/3 ana mo na ang location sa ato ang active force. And then ang 1/3 of the depth of penetration, that is 3.2. That is the location of our passive force from the point A. So solving for this, solving for the passive force, we can get that it will be equal to 456.9 kilonewton per meter to ensure a stability of our sheet pile. No, walay movement. Klaro ba, class? So application lang siya, no? Sa ato ang structural theory ba or the kanang beams gani. Ako na pang delete nila eh. Okay, mura ko ko. So any questions? Oh yes, kitsa to si Puro. Yes, that is grams per cubic centimeter. Imo lang i-convert into kilonewton. Sige daw be. What is the conversion? Ano man yung convert ang grams into kilonewton? Ano ka mag-convert ang grams into kilonewton? Ano ka, pangit ba? Uy, ito man. Hindi ka balo. How to convert grams into kilonewton? Anong equal na? Dili din equal.
Times sa kwan, sir, 4,480, sir, ang grams to Newton.
Yung mo nang i-search?
Wala, sir, ay. Kwan, Google ako nakatubag, sir, kaya nag-backline mo ko, sir.
Kilonewton is just equal to kilogram or Newton din, no? Times meters per second squared. Sakto ka, dili? Yes, kilo. Di ba ang kilonewton or Newton is what Newton ka na? Sakto? Bali, diri sa conversion niya, no? Kaning 9.81 is not the unit weight of the water, that is the gravity. That is, ang iyang unit ana is meters per second squared. Pero ang iyang grams ma-convert into a force from mass that is kilogram or grams, whatever, converting it to the weight. Weight is a force. So simply multiply ang mass sa atoang gravity. I-multiply mo siya sa gravity. So kung i-multiply nimo ang mass sa gravity, we can get the weight. Ang weight, that is the kilogram per meters per second squared. Kaning 9.81 is the gravity. Iyang gi-convert ang 1.91 grams into a weight. Then after that, ipang convert lang niya ang cubic centimeter into a meter cube, and then the kilogram into a newton into a kilonewton. Okay? So inyo na kamo na magkuha na mag-dissect kung giunsa. Basta ang mass, if ihatag na unit weight or unit mass is naka-kilogram, convert it into a weight by simply multiplying it by the gravity. That is the 9.81 meters per second squared. Ayun, klaro na. Diba? Sige, bonus na ko. Ano, class? From mass to weight, simply multiply it by the gravity. Any questions? Any questions, class? Wala rin questions? Or clarifications?
Ano, sir?
Okay, sige. Kuhaan ka ng napay next topic ani that is the anchored sheet pile. Pero kanang para tungan mo sa isa ka section bitaw kay wala man gud nako na discuss ang anchor sheet pile. So idungan na lang nako next week sa inyo para parallel lang mo. Dungan mo og discussion sa topics. Okay ra? Okay ra,
Yes,
class?
sir. Pero, sir.
Okay. So, diha lang sa ta mag-stop karon and then para mahatagan po mo og time no to study for the preparation of mga quiz unta mag-study mo. So, kanang please turn on sa camera sa class. Okay, mag-take lang og picture. Ano din ang question? Sige. Ano na yung question sa man?